Stop what you're doing. Stop taking out them two strands. Get off the game. Stop cleaning your room. Because over here, it's just hoops. I'm Amari. This is Darion. How we feeling, bro?
Feeling good. Had a nice work shift this morning. Went in at 8, got that done and out the way. So I just been relaxing, cleaning my bathroom. When I got some gas, just running a little errands,
Okay.
getting little things done for the day.
Yep, yep.
How about yourself?
Yeah, man. Pretty busy day so far, kind of. Practice this morning. Got back, quick turnaround, had a quick meeting. We talked about that. Recording the pod. Then I got dinner later. Supposed to be going to try on a suit. After this, grocery store too, gotta go to. So yeah, definitely busy today. Game tomorrow, first start tomorrow.
Oh,
Yep. First start tomorrow. Playing a team from Mexico, under 23 team. So yeah, excited for that. But yeah, everything good over here, man.
that's great to hear. Great to hear. Mexico team, they nice.
I don't know. Well, they've had some pretty bad results since they came. We're not the only team they playing.
Right.
They played 4 games already. They lost the first two 10 something and 6-1. I do not know about the third one. I know that they won the fourth one though, against a pretty good team. So I don't know.
Uh, 10 in soccer is crazy.
I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe some jet lag or something.
Yeah. Coming into a new country, they
Yeah.
didn't eat right.
Yeah.
Wasn't used to the food.
By game 4 they had it figured out. So
Right. Was adapted, and yeah. So we getting the best version hopefully tomorrow. Will be good little test. Not a usual opponent, so that's always fun.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I don't got anything else. Let's get to it.
Let's get straight to it, man. All right, let's go. Mars question of the day first. I have a ball knowledge test for you. Can you name? There's 11. Can you name the last 11 players? Um, no, this is. Can you name the active players with 40-point finals games? There's 11 of them.
Active players with 40-point final games.
Yes.
LeBron,
Yeah. He
KD.
has. Yeah, hold on. Let's start it.
Okay.
LeBron James has 8 of them.
Okay.
Kevin Durant has one.
I'm guessing Bron's number one.
Yes, bronze one. Yeah.
Okay.
He had
Curry,
51. All right, yep. Curry has two.
Kyrie.
Kyrie has two.
Okay. What's that for?
That's four.
Does Clay have one in there? I don't know.
Uh, no.
Okay. Okay. 40-point final games. Active players. Jokic.
Nikola Jokic does have one versus the
Okay.
Heat. Yep. 41 he had.
Um, Jimmy, that run.
Jimmy Butler has one
Yep.
versus the
Uh,
Lakers. Obviously, bubble. Yep.
finals. I want to say Luca, but I don't think he had,
Luca's not here.
yeah, I don't think that finals run, he was getting clamped up. Um, let's see. I'm forgetting some, I don't know if, hmm, Jalen Brown, did he get one last?
Jalen Brown did not have a 40-point game.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to
Who we
think.
have left? We have one, two,
I have six,
3, 4, 5 left.
5 left.
Yes.
Are they all tied for like one game?
No, one has three.
One has
One has
three.
two.
Oh,
Um,
Giannis. What am I doing?
what'd you say?
Giannis.
Giannis, yes. Giannis has the three
Yeah. And then
in
one,
one series, by the way. But go ahead.
and you said one has two.
Yeah.
Um, active players, 40 points. Let's think. I said the mass of 2016 to 2020. Got Jimmy, got Jokic. I don't think Tatum had one. I throw it out there, but I don't think he did. Tatum.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Year before that, who won the year before that? That was Jokic. They played Jimmy. Year before that was who won 22? Curry. They played Boston. Uh, 21 was Giannis. They played the Suns. D-Book.
Devin Booker had two 40-point games.
Okay. What I got? Three more?
We are down to you said Jimmy. So we're down to one, two, yes, three.
Okay. 2020 was Braun versus Anthony Davis. I don't know. Just
No.
okay. They played Jimmy. 19 was who won 19?
Who won 19? This is not that long ago.
That long ago.
I feel like the finals, the past, the especially the 20 like tens, should be pretty easy to follow.
I know 15 Warriors, 16 Cavs, 17, 18 Warriors, 19 Cavs.
You said 19 Cavs.
Because Braun didn't go back to back.
Bron left that year after 18.
Left night. Okay. So 19. Who made it in the East?
Do you want any hints?
No, not really. I should know this.
You should.
I really. Braun left. Who took over in the East? Who took over in the East? Wow. Okay, I'll use a hint.
Well, I mean, this guy isn't even on the it's not even a guy from that finals that like is on this list. Um, I was just gonna tell you who it is. It was the Raptors versus the
Oh
Warriors.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, because that's KD. That
KD got hurt.
yeah,
Clay got hurt. Then KD left.
but Kawhi didn't score 40.
Kawhi did not score 40.
Okay, still got three guys left,
Yeah, let me know if you want any hints, man.
which means they're prior to the 2015 championship, and they're still active. Interesting.
It doesn't mean necessarily that they all fit that what you just said.
So there's at least one. I'll use some hints. I'll use
All right. I'll give you a hint on one the easier one that you're looking right past. That's a hint in itself.
the easier one. I'm looking right past.
We're talking about the NBA Finals.
Oh, Shea. Did Shea go? No, he didn't go for 40.
No, he didn't.
How he didn't go for 40. NBA. I said Braun. I said Curry.
Man, it's like you're forgetting this game existed. Oh wow. You're really stumped here.
Bro, what?
I don't know what else to give you hint wise
You
that's
forgot
not
this
gonna give it
game.
away.
You forgot this game existed. Who went crazy?
I mean, it's not like a random player.
I said Clay. You said no.
Oh man.
I said,
You're moving away from this player where we're talking about here.
bro, what?
You're going to Clay and stuff. That's incorrect. That's all incorrect.
So it's a good player.
Yes, All Star actually.
All-star player, and I
All
forget
Star.
what? All-star this year?
All-Star this year.
And I'm forgetting him? Nah, this is bad.
Come on, man.
In the finals?
You were close. You were getting there. First time All-Star this year.
Dub.
J-Dub. Yes, yes. The most recent 40-point game in the finals.
Forgot he had that 40 ball.
All
Then
right,
had
yeah, we got two left now. Let's see. A hint here. Two guys on this list. No, that's not a good one. I don't know what to do. This guy was traded from the team he won a championship with this season. He was flipped at the deadline.
and he won a ring.
He won a ring with the team that traded him.
He won a ring with the team that traded him.
Yep. This is a guy that we bring up. Actually, no, let me do a different hint.
He won a ring with the team that traded him.
Yes, yes, he won a ring with the team that traded him. Got traded this year at the deadline. That honestly should be enough. Hey, yeah, you think about that, bro.
The Pacers, as in the Pacers, he got traded for the Pacers or Thunder, correct?
No, no, no. He
You,
won a ring
right.
with the team that traded him, and
So
he got traded this year.
he got traded to the
That
Thunder.
doesn't mean he won a ring this year.
He got traded. Say it one more time.
He got traded this year at the deadline,
Okay.
right? And any of the years that he was with the team
Right.
that traded him,
Right.
he previously won a ring with that team.
First player that comes to mind is Anthony Davis, but I feel like I said that.
You said that. That's the right framework for what I said though. He
Okay.
got traded to the Mavericks, won a ring with the Lakers.
Right. 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 Okay. Um, who won a ring and then got traded at the deadline too
Yep.
of
It,
this?
it probably goes down as a bad trade just because the player that the team not very good wasn't very good for them.
Chris Michael Red?
Chris Michael Red is the player. He had 40 in the
Yeah.
2021 series.
Did have a 40 ball.
Um,
A
the
40.
last player, you still have one more. Uh, the last player, what's a good hint? He's a legend, right? He's a legend. He's turned into a journeyman, kind of, here lately.
Journeyman. When you say that, I think of CP, but
Not CP, not CP.
not C. Okay. He's turned.
Right idea, though. If this guy keeps going, he's gonna end up like CP. He's really on the path of CP.
The second player that comes to mind is Westbrook, but he also definitely don't have a 40 piece in the finals. It's not Brody, is it?
It's Westbrook.
When at 20, what year was that?
Yes, the 2011.
Or 2011? He had a
2011,
40
yes,
ball?
their first. He had a 43-point game that
Wow.
series. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, yeah, I know. And hasn't been back to the finals since. Poor guy, man. But yeah, really good ball knowledge test today.
That
You struggle with that one, huh?
started off hot and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. Yeah, them last three definitely got you. That Jada one, I was like, come on now.
Yeah, the Jada one really, it just took a deep slope in my game right there.
Right, right. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for today. Let's hop into some NBA draft talk. Obviously, as expected, Cooper Flagg goes one.
Yeah.
Nothing really to talk about there. Mavericks, we've seen news that they're in the market for a point guard while Kyrie's out this season. Dennis Schroeder's been mentioned. Chris Paul has been mentioned. I would like Chris Paul on his
I would
team.
I would really
Just
like Chris.
just as a guy that to run the offense, doesn't have to score the ball.
Hmm.
Uh, a good IQ guy for Cooper Flagg as a rookie to be with, to play with. So he's gonna have a lot of good guys that he can learn off of his rookie season. But yeah, you want to touch anything on Cooper Flagg?
No, not necessarily. I mean, even with Kyrie out, Kyrie's still gonna live in the gym with him, talking to him,
Yeah,
right? So, like you said, he's gonna learn a lot from the vets that he has on the squad. So it'll all work out for him.
yeah, yeah. So Spurs take Dylan Harper too. Um, I mean, after Ace Bailey declined workouts and stuff, it
Yeah,
was pretty much 100% expected that D Harp goes to VJ Edgecomb three. Well, actually, let's talk about the Spurs first because they also drafted Carter Bryant. Um, excellent draft from them. Excellent draft. I don't know how they keep getting away with this, bro. I mean, you add two young pieces to the already young core that they got. The amount of options that they'll have over these next couple of years, if they can keep the team together. This new second apron seems to be destructive, as we've seen and we'll get to. But you got D Fox, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Carter Bryant now, Jeremy Sohan, Keldon Johnson's. He's on the older side now, but he's still there. Uh, Wemby, obviously. So this team, and they'll still have picks coming up. So what you think about this one?
yeah. I don't know how they continue to do it. Like they're just lacing the league at this point. And with this draft class, especially, we said they got the two things we said they needed with CP being on the market, probably leaving. Go get another guard that can be a
Yep.
backup. Go get D Harp, and then go get Carter Bryant. That's the wing player that we talked about they needed.
Yeah.
I mean, the puzzle pieces are completed. They just have to put it together now.
A
And
plus. A plus for them.
A plus all around. And I just hope it all translates to the court because all the talent is there.
Right, for sure, for sure. I'm excited to see this team play. This should be an exciting team to watch with all the talent and youth that they have. No
Yeah.
pressure on any of their youth to be like a guy. So D Harp can just develop. He got another lefty point guard, D Fox, experienced All Star, with him to learn from. So this should be an exciting team to watch. Next up at three, VJ Edgecomb goes to the Sixers. Your pick for early rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year, VJ Edgecomb. Address him as
All
that.
right. Interesting pick for me. I don't know. I mean, Philly, I like this pick for them just because we don't know what the future looks like for them. Joel Embiid, who knows what his availability is like next season. Um, Maxi, he should be their future. Paul
Yeah.
George, who knows how many years he has left. So they still have a pretty decent looking future after those two guys leave. So it's not like they're not in a terrible, terrible spot anymore. Jared McCain, VJ Edgecomb, Quentin Grimes, Tyrese Maxey. So I mean, they have something to build around after those two guys leave. What else? What else do you think about this pick?
I like the pick. I mean, I see him. Like we've talked, I call him Project Ant. He has a lot of Ant similarities. I also see some Victor in him, Victor Oladipo.
Mm,
He can just create his own, and he plays defense. I think it helps the team out. He'll play behind Jared, I think, and just learning, like you said, from PG. You got Maxi there. Maxi's not, old, but he can still teach him. Maxi's been there, been the one before,
yeah.
so he knows what it's like to have that light on him. But I think this spot works out for him, especially with not knowing what's going to happen with Embiid these upcoming seasons, and then with Paul George more than likely being on his way out as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what this team looks like next season.
Yeah,
If they can be a competitor in the East, if they are still bad because of the lack of playing they got from their star players. But I mean, even if that happens, now you have years that you're developing your youth, so it's
Yeah.
not a waste of a year for them anymore. Even if that does happen, if Joel Embiid is not able to play, so I like this for the Sixers.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead.
I was gonna say number four, Con Knueppel to the Hornets. I'm not necessarily mad at this, especially with talks of LaMelo being moved this offseason. You got to have a point guard. Point guard is essential for any team. And Khan is an all-around, well-rounded point guard. He can do it all. He's not going to bring the creativeness that LaMelo has. Khan's not all around.
I mean, I don't see Khan as a point guard.
What do you have him? Two?
I see him more of a 2-3. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he didn't really like play point guard at Duke, so I don't see him playing a point guard here
I mean,
in
he did.
Charlotte.
He played guard at Duke occasionally. He didn't start one, but
Uh, I mean, I wouldn't even classify him at all as a point guard. I think this is another wing for them. Is how I looked at it.
just a 3-and-D wing.
Yeah, I mean, he can do more.
Yeah.
Like he is a decent playmaker,
Hmm.
but yeah, I look at him as more of a two or three.
Well, that would favor them if LaMelo doesn't move, getting a shooter alongside Melo who also has a decent playmaking ability and can find open players. But then just being able to, I mean, really just his shooting ability is what got landed him at this spot. And if you keep Melo, giving Melo a shooter, it'll be beneficial. And hopefully, this is another team where they don't really have anything to prove yet. Just keep growing and let him grow into that shell of being that 3-and-D player, and it'll work out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that he can be. He has a lot of upside.
Yeah.
Could be a really good wing for this team if they keep this core together. They did trade Mark Williams. So you know that's a position that needs filling for them. But yeah, I mean, I don't. The Hornets, they're a team that there was no pressure on this pick. They just need one of their picks to pan out.
All right.
LaMelo Ball did pan out, and he's just been hurt, injury prone. That's the only like problem with LaMelo Ball. But other than that, I mean, like most of their picks that they end up going with don't pan out, and
Yeah.
I feel like they need somebody that finally pans out for them and you know can do big things for them.
I mean, I think a player like Khan is more than likely to pan out because his play style isn't like where he has to be ball dominant and
Yeah,
he's not he can just what's the word I'm looking for? People describe him ESPN, they say like plug and play. Like he can just get in the game. He knows where to be at the right time. And that's more likely for a successful career rather than being a ball dominant, everything's relying on you type of player.
yeah. Yeah, I don't mind this pick at all. I wanted to jump around a little bit now. Well, first I want to talk about Ace Bailey before we do. I don't want to go through every pick. But let's talk about Ace. There's rumors that he might not report. Obviously, like before the draft, it was talks about if a top 5 team drafts him, he's not showing up, not reporting to camp. And a top 5 team did draft him, the Jazz. This is a destination that he did not list that he wanted to go to. The Wizards were right there at 6. That's one of the places he wanted to go to. So I'm excited to see what happens here. This is drama, straight drama. He's doing too much in my eyes. I know you have a lot to say about it. I see you shaking your head, so you go ahead. This is your floor, brother.
Bro, it's just it's dumb. Just get to the league, bro. Who do you like? You're not drafted. You don't have the rights to be saying who you want to go to and who you don't. And unfortunately, I think it's the NIL money. These kids being able to jump around colleges, go wherever they want to go, and get paid crazy amounts. It's gonna affect the future of the NBA because they think that they can just do that here as well, but that's not how it's gonna work. And I mean, not showing up to camp, whatever, it's just gonna hurt him in the long run. His contract's not gonna be good. They're probably gonna keep him around now, not even let him go, and just continue to pay him bad, and he's gonna hurt his career because of his ego that he has.
Yeah, Yeah, this is a very, very bad position to be in for him. I mean, it's just bad rep around the league. Like, you're already causing all of this commotion. Like, eh, long run, if it's something doesn't go your way in a franchise, like we can see how it's gonna pan out, basically.
Yeah.
You asking out, not wanting to play because you're not getting what you want. So I mean, it just it's a bad look for a player that's already not drafted, already causing these type of problems. Like people dream of getting to this position, and here he is like mad because of the team that drafted him. At first a top three pick. Um, did you just see that?
I did see that.
That's terrible. Top at first a top three pick. Has fallen to five and doesn't even want to be five. Like, I mean, I don't know what's next for him here.
What do you like? What do you mean you don't want to be drafted by a top five pick? What?
Yeah,
That basically say I don't want to be a guy of a team.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to be a backseat player.
Right.
That's terrible mindset.
Yeah, I don't know what he's got going on. Hopefully it all gets figured out, and hopefully he does report to camp. Dwayne Wade spoke highly about him the other day. He's part of the Jazz ownership, I believe.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully he does report, and there's no more drama with it. But I'm definitely monitoring the situation. He has until Monday to report, I think, to camp. And Walter Clayton was on the flight to Utah, and he wasn't. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that situation. Next, I want to jump to 10. Maluach goes to Phoenix. I really like this pick for the Suns. Anybody that ended up with Maluach, I was going to give a high grade for this draft anyway. What a prospect he looks like, and to go
Yeah.
to Phoenix, that's a good look for them. Mark Williams and Maluach as your two bigs now. I really like what Phoenix has going on. I'm not gonna lie. I like the direction that they're going.
I like this direction as well. I mean, especially because they have struggled so much recently with having bigs. We seen the one good year of Aiden when they went to the finals, and then after that, it was just like their big situation. They could never figure it out. So I'm glad that they were able to get not one but two bigs now. And I mean, they got. I'm trying. Oh, why did I just blank? Who did they just get?
Mark Williams,
Mark. No, not Mark. The shooting guard. Why am I blanking? Oh my
shooting
God.
guard. What, Jalen Green?
Jalen Green, yes.
Oh man,
Yeah.
brother,
I don't know what just
what's going
happened.
on with you today, bro?
I don't know what just happened, but you go get Jalen Green, still got Book. It's not like a full rebuild, but you're just, puzzle pieces, like I said. And this is definitely a first good step to those pieces.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's one of those like active rebuilds. Like you're
Yeah.
not all the way gutting the team, but you're still rebuilding. So I like this for the Suns. Yeah, we're excited to see what else they do this offseason. I don't think that it's over for them.
No.
Yeah, so I think they still have other trades to make, and just getting the team structured right so they can move forward with the rebuild. Next, I want to talk about the Bulls pick just because I really, really wanted them to go Derek Queen here. He was there.
He
He
was.
went next. He was right there. I mean, Noah Senge is still a really good pick. Has a lot of upside. Um, could be the Patrick Williams replacement. But it was right there. Derek Queen was right there, and that's who I had going there in my mock draft. And I don't know why, but the Bulls are a team that I'm like really invested in. I really want to see the Bulls like back to doing well. I don't know why.
They're there, they're like there, but they're not there. Like,
They always sit around that like play in end of playoff spot.
mhm.
Never they're always in the playoffs, but never making no noise. First round exit. Like you
Right.
don't expect anything of them, but they're always there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not mad at Noah. I agree. I think they should have got Queen. He's on the board, and I think he has a little more upside than Noah. But like you said, Patrick Williams replacement, Patrick Williams really does nothing to provide for that team. Noah could probably give you a little more there. I mean, I don't know what that Bulls team, like you said, they're just a very mid team right now, and
Yeah.
I want to see them. I do want to see them excel. Uh, and I can see this season being one of those seasons where they excel just because of how open the East is. I think it could allow for anybody to pull through or make a jump. So hopefully
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
could give
Yeah,
them.
the East definitely is wide open. Hopefully they do make some noise. I don't see it likely though.
Yeah,
Honestly, I mean this is the same team, and even if the East is open and they that might push them up the standings, but they're not going to do anything with that
right.
because the top teams will still dog walk them with the roster that they have now. But I just hope I really want them to get this rebuild going, get Vucevic out of there. They're in this like in between right now,
Yeah.
and they always fall around like late lottery, never have like a really high pick, never really able to go get a star in the draft. So, I really hope that they turn it around. I wanted to talk about who's your steal of the draft.
Steal of the draft. I looked, but I didn't really look. Um, who was I just looking at? I think Thomas Sober to the Thunder. I mean, you're just adding a young player to a young team that just won. Nothing but upside there. Um, but I don't know. You go first. Let me look, and then I'll get back to you.
I'm gonna say, well, one I want to talk about Casper's going to the Heat,
Hmm.
just because that's such a Heat project guy.
That is
He's
it.
gonna turn out really, really good in a couple years, and Heat culture, he's gonna turn out really good. But that's not my steal of the draft. My steal is Jace Richardson at 25, going to the Magic. They just traded away Cole Anthony, and you
Hmm.
kind of replace that in a way, getting Jace Richardson down there at 25, a late, late, late steal in the first round. So, a lot of upside there. There's no pressure for him. Obviously Suggs and Desmond Bane in the backcourt. He's coming off the bench, just learning from these guys that have already been in the league for a while and are successful.
I don't know. I really like this draft class. This was a well-rounded draft class all around. I don't know who my steal is, if I'm being honest with you.
You don't have one?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I would also say Minnesota getting Rocco right in the second round, 15th pick in the second round. Australian center. Interesting to see what he turns out to be. He's a guy like in 2K a lot of times he turns out to be really good.
Hmm.
He's got a lot of upside, but he's just a obviously international player. Who knows what he turns out to be? I look at him as a guy that in a couple of years could be like one of them second round guys that went slept on, nobody really talked about, to a good, really good NBA player.
I'm I'm still looking. I really don't know.
You don't have to have one. You don't have to have one.
I'll
It's okay.
use the biasy here, and I wouldn't say it's a steal, but it'll be my steal, I guess. The Grizzlies getting Cedric Howard from the Trailblazers, getting rid of two of our shooters, just getting an offensive willpower juggernaut. I mean, you need an offensive player, and Cedric give me that player to play
So,
behind Santi and Triple J.
so now we capping on the pod,
I had to throw something out there. I can't say I don't know.
but now we capping.
What you mean? I said that's not a steal.
We just talked
I said,
about this yesterday,
what are we talking?
and and we both was like we didn't expect him to go this high. What were the like? Why did the Grizzlies do this? To now you're excited about the
No,
prospect.
that's not what we said.
What did
That,
we say then?
that is not what we
What did
said.
we say?
I said, who is this? And then I looked at what his strengths and weaknesses were. I was like, oh, he's an offensive player. And I
So
like,
have you seen highlights?
yeah, he'd be on that rim. He'd be
That's it.
he can shoot. Like I told you, his true shooting percentage, his field goal percentage, his efficiency field goal
Oh my
percentage
gosh, man.
is a juggernaut.
Nah, you're funny, bro. But let's talk about some trade stuff that's been going on. Um, Obviously we talked about Kevin Durant last time. Drew Holiday. Did we talk about Drew Holiday last time?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so a lot of Celtics stuff. Let's start there. Drew Holiday traded, Kristaps Porzingis traded to the Hawks. Um, Jaylen Brown could be on the move. Derek White could also be on the move. I knew that the second apron was going to be a problem for them, but I did not know it was going to be like this. They are completely gutting everything.
They are
Uh, it's crazy, honestly. I did not expect that. I expected them to trade maybe one, maybe two max, but all four,
all four.
crazy.
Yeah, they're cooked.
I
Like
mean, I mean, the Celtics are always a team that I trust whatever that they do because they
yeah,
always end up back in contention one way or another. So I'm not gonna say that they're crazy or they're tripping for what they're doing, but it's just unexpected.
it's very unexpected. I mean, Drew, I can understand. I mean, you don't want to give him up, but like of that core,
It's a lot of money for the oldest player,
right?
oldest or Al Horford, but
I know what you mean. Yeah. And then Porzingis gives you 30 games a year. It's a waste of money.
yeah,
So I'm not mad at getting him shipped out. Going to get what's his name? Bro, what's going on today?
yeah, you're bugging. Who I don't even know who you're talking about.
From the
Who
Hawks,
in what trade?
the
Porzingis
Porzingis.
trade?
Yeah,
George Niang.
George Niang. I think you could have got more out of Porzingis.
They
Uh,
got picks though.
they did get picks. They did. So maybe they move George again and try to get another player. You got Anfree out of the Drew Holiday trade. I think you ride out a season with Anfree, see if it works with him in the system rather than trying to move him again. I know he was in talks of getting moved again, but I think they'll be okay, especially with the picks that they got from Porzingis. And if they do move Jaylen Brown or Drew or Derek White, they'll get picks there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that they'll be okay. They always are. So there's no doubt in my mind that they'll be back. But I mean, it is just crazy to see that, last year everyone has them repeating to
Yeah.
now it's exploded. And the Tatum injury is a big part of that because they think that they won't be contending next year without him. So yeah, big swing of uh you know, big swing there for them in direction. But also, what other trades happen? I'm missing people other than the Celtics trading their guys.
Jordan Poole to
Who
the
else?
Pels.
Yeah,
Um, I
I
believe,
think that's it for
believe
now.
that's it. Yeah.
Everything else is just rumors.
Yeah. And then just picks and for the trade and stuff. But yeah, that
Yeah, the Jordan Poole trade. I don't. I mean, CJ McCollum wasn't giving you anything. You get a younger CJ McCollum, basically. He's gonna turn the ball over more. But I mean, you're getting a younger CJ McCollum. I don't mind it. I don't really care about the trade, honestly. Like it's not like I feel some type of way about it. It
right.
just kind of just happened. The
Yeah.
Wizards, though, the Wizards, I don't know what's going on, bro.
Right.
They got a lineup of CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton with Alex Sarr and Bub Carrington, like
Don't forget Marcus Smart,
and Marcus Smart. Man, this team is gross.
the team of old heads. Like,
This team is gross, bro.
yeah, I don't know what they got going on over there. I guess I would say the Pelicans win. Like you said, younger CJ McCollum. Um, Jordan Poole is free of the Wizards curse. He can hoop a little bit now. Zion, if he's healthy, he gets a good forward there, has a
Yeah.
solid teammate. Still got DeJounte Murray, still got Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. I mean, I would say they won this. I
You would say who won?
Pelly's. I say Pelly's won this trip.
I mean, I don't know. This Pelicans team once again looks pretty good on paper. They like they did last year. It all depends on if they're healthy. I think that they give this team like one more run and then start making some moves if like they're healthy and it's not working. It's still got DeJounte, as you said. Z still there. Just got Derek Queen in that trade from Atlanta. So I mean, who knows what happens with this team next year? But I don't have a winner or a loser. And yeah, that's all I want to talk about this trade.
Yeah, I mean that's really all there is to it.
Yeah, no other trades yet. Things are starting to heat up, as you can see. A lot of rumors starting to fly. Player options getting declined. Dorian Finney-Smith and Austin Reeves apparently have declined offers from the Lakers. I'm not worried though. I'm hopeful that they both come back. Hopefully, DFS comes back on a lower salary to help the team out. Build a better roster. AR, I know he wants more money than what was offered. So yeah, hopefully, things get sorted out there. The Lakers back on track. But yeah, that's about all I got for today. You got anything else?
No, I don't got anything else. Got my
Go
work.
ahead, hit us with the words of wisdom, bro. I know you excited.
I spent the last few days thinking, and while I reflected, I accepted that half of the opinions on our trajectory were rooted in resentment.
Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Let's stop. Let's pause.
Talk to me.
Hold on.
Talk to me.
This are words of wisdom?
His words of wisdom. Trust.
Is this a poem?
Nah, just trust. Just
Go
trust.
ahead. Go ahead.
Trust.
My boy wrote a speech today.
It was in front of our face all year, but you
Wait, wait,
chose
wait.
to neglect it.
Wait. Can you restart? I interrupted. Can you restart?
I spent the last few days thinking, and while I reflected, I accepted that half of the opinions on our trajectory were rooted in resentment. It was in front of your face all year, but you chose to neglect it. The more milestones we reached, the more people disrespected. They tried to say we were too young, hating on how we were gifted. Predicted our downfall every step of the way, and when we succeeded, they acted like it was expected. We ignored the noise. They said it was nonchalant because I wouldn't address it. Why would I shed light on rage bait and misdirection? I'd rather be the reason that you stand corrected. Staring at my Lario, my only competition is demanding reflection.
Two.
Two.
I knew that sounded familiar. Once he started saying neglection and stuff like that, I was like, oh, hold on, bro. Nah, bro. So what's the wisdom out of that?
And really, the last line. The only competition is demanding reflection.
So
The
you
only
you just thought of
competition.
that on the fly.
Yeah, I did. The only competition is yourself. The only person that can stop you is yourself. You will always be your number one enemy. And you look past yourself, you'll be able to achieve anything.
Hey, bro, creative, funny, good. I don't know about good words of wisdom, but good joke. Let's just say that. But yeah, that's all we got for today. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Get these follower counts up. We're gonna try and get more guests coming for y'all. I know y'all like the Coach Wardle episode, so we'll try to get more episodes like that out for y'all. But yeah, that's it for today. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.